Good morning, everybody. Didn't we get a nice day for this? I am very pleased to be here with Austin Sims. You traded places. With Austin Sims, the executive director of our housing authority, and Polly Ruddick, director of the city's Office of Homelessness Prevention and Intervention. Today, we're taking a very big step toward effectively ending homelessness in Lexington. I often talk about the partnerships that move our community forward, and this is another example of a partnership that is helping Lexington overcome a challenge, a big challenge. Over a period of many years, Lexington has worked really hard to put a roof over the heads of people who are experiencing homelessness, and we have had considerable success. The number of people who are homeless in Lexington has significantly declined over the past few years. Today's announcement will get us closer to our goal of effectively eliminating homelessness and bring much-needed long-term stabilization to families hit hard by this pandemic. Our city has been awarded 76 new federally funded emergency housing vouchers. Emergency housing vouchers are tenant-based rental assistance, vouchers for people who really need help. Getting these vouchers has been a big team effort, a partnership among the city, the housing authority, and social service support agencies. And many of you are here today. Now, let's hear more from Austin Sims, who has led our housing authority for many years. We might make him say how many. And has an outstanding record. Welcome, Austin. Tell us more about the role partnerships play in getting these vouchers. Welcome. How many years?
Thank you, Mayor. I think it's about 47 years, and going on 48. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you, as the mayor of this city, for your support of this agency and your support of the issues that we deal with on a daily basis. Without that kind of support, we would not be here today. But we are excited about today, and I want to just take the liberty to introduce Joan Whitman, who is the chair of our board and is involved in a lot of housing issues in this city. And again, it's that kind of community support that makes it all worthwhile. Hiding over here in the corner is Aldine Pleasant, who is the manager of the program that we'll be talking about today. Aldine wrote the grant and will be administering it along with the Urban County government and their staff. It is, and I think I just said it, but I'll repeat it, it is an exciting day for Lexington. The award of these 76 vouchers through HUD's funding of emergency housing voucher program is indeed a win-win situation. These vouchers address homelessness in our city, and so it is an opportunity for Lexington to prevent and intervene on behalf of those who are in need of housing. It is a vital opportunity to provide stable housing for children, somewhat different from other housing assistance grants in that HUD is providing funding for housing assistance payments and the funding allocations for various service fees that clients encounter, as well as money to purchase essential household items for the families. For those who are fleeing or attempting to flee from domestic violence, those who are fleeing dating violence, sexual assault, stalking, or human trafficking, this is a critical opportunity to find a safe place. It is a win-win in that these vouchers activate social services support for those seeking housing, so they not only get a roof over their heads for them and their families, but receive crucial ongoing supportive services. It is indeed a win-win situation for the landlords under this program. Not only is there a $500 lease incentive fee paid to the landlords, but we will also pay the landlords up to 120% for the fair market rent, as well as up to 2 months of contract rent for the security deposit. So they have a much more comfortable position as they rent to those we serve. It is a win-win situation for utility companies. This funding will allow clients with service fees such as utility deposit fees and utility arrearages to be erased. It is a win-win for the social service advocates of this community who can come to the table not worrying about some of these common barriers, but instead they may concentrate on that which they do best, working directly with families. So that's the reason we say for Lexington, it is a win-win situation. When we got this award, it was really interesting as I talked with Polly Rudrick and Aldine Pleasant of my office about the time frame for getting these done, because the fact that they are emergency vouchers says we need to move forward quickly. And I was somewhat surprised, I guess I should not have been, but when both said, we'll work Saturdays, we'll work overtime, we'll do whatever we're going to do, but each of them said, for our departments, I will be the contact person, because it is our intent to meet the goal of getting these vouchers done just as quickly as possible so that we can house people as quickly as possible. And with that said, I'm going to ask Polly to come forward and make some comments, and then any questions that you have, we'll be glad to entertain them.
Actually, I have to say something about her first.
Okay.
So, Austin, thank you so much. So I did want to say something about Polly Ruddick, our city's Director of Homelessness Prevention and Intervention. Now, for this issue, Polly's office will make voucher referrals and will work with the Housing Authority and community partners to ensure the supportive services are provided. And before I ask Polly to come to the podium, Austin, you mentioned working on Saturdays. This woman, through this whole pandemic, as you might imagine, with many of us in similar situations, has had daily issues that she had to deal with right now. And Polly was ever strong and just stepped right up when a new challenge came during this last year and a half. She worked weekends. She did what she needed to do to address the folks who were homeless and needed help. And I just thank you so much, Polly, and welcome you to the podium.
I didn't have anything prepared. I just want to thank everybody for coming today. I definitely want to thank Austin, but more importantly, Tanya and Aldine, who are standing over here. They are my little superstars. They bend over backwards for us. I am so grateful for their partnership. I just told them before we started that as of Tuesday, we're going to send them over 20 families for this program on Tuesday. We're going to try to get all of these vouchers done as quickly as possible and get folks out of our system and into stable housing and stabilized so they can thrive in their own home. I never thought I'd see the day where I can stand in front of you and say I can house every single child that we have in our homeless system right now, and today I can do that. And that's a pretty awesome feeling. And we've worked really, really hard to get that done. And so it's pretty special after this last year of some pretty stressful times, challenging. Change, lots of change this last year. So I just want to say thank you to all of our community partners who are going to work with us on getting this done. But thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Polly. And the community partnership, this is how we get everything done. No one can do it all by themselves, no matter what it is. And we have learned that big time this last year, haven't we?